Hey there, thanks for joining me today for a walk in Evelyn's Park. My name is Laura Conley. I'm with Urban Paths and I'm here to talk to you about the profound benefit of a 15-minute walk. I wanted to start our walk today at the sculpture here in the park of Alice in Wonderland. You know, particularly that Cheshire cat with that big teethy smile is there. And one of the famous quotes from the book is that every adventure begins with the first step. So I thought this was the perfect space. You know, I've always been a walker, and as a little girl, I'm not so sure that I was like Alice. I probably was more like my favorite book character, which was Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, always looking down the yellow brick road to connect with my friends, to connect with myself, and to connect with the community. And those very connections are the thing about walking that is just so amazing for your health. So join me today. Let's get walking. All right, so I want to get right into the physical health benefits of connecting on a walk. Connecting to yourself, right? So from our head to our toes, all the things that are going physiologically in our bodies, I think, you know, most of us know, and it's no secret. It's evidence-based that walking and movement, especially in nature, really does impact our health. Interesting that there's an ambulance right now because we don't want to be in that ambulance. You hear me right now? Okay, we'll just let the noise kind of go past. Hopefully we're going to get good thoughts to the people that are passing by right now. So especially during this time of the pandemic, really I think we're all super in tune to our physical health. And I want you to remember, number one, how walking and movement really boosts our immune system, okay? Vitamin D that we're getting naturally from the sun is really no better replacement than actually getting it being outdoors in nature. So think about that as you're going forward. And I want to share a little story about someone in another very stressful time. Those of us in Houston remember during Hurricane Harvey. I met a woman as I was volunteering at the shelter at NRG. This woman was with a walker suffering from diabetes and heart disease and multiple other kind of underlying health issues. And as she was in this huge shelter, those of you who might have been there volunteering or staying there, it was almost a half a mile from where the guests were sleeping to where they ate. So this woman, just in 2 weeks there, was able to reduce her blood pressure, and her blood sugar was much more normalized, even in this stressful situation. You know why? Walking was a simple thing, and she was so excited to tell me about that when she was checking out to go be with her family in a safe situation. So never underestimate the power of a 15-minute walk for your physical health, especially in stressful times. And speaking of that, then it's how we connect with our mental health and emotional health. Another thing really ripe on our minds right now. There's been a lot of research in the last week that I've been reading about the importance of movement and connection and mindfulness. All things we can do on a walk for our mental health. So as we're walking, you know, brain neurochemicals are being released, dopamine, endorphins, and I'm telling you, 10 steps in, you're going to start feeling these things. You know, I launched my business after I realized these profound benefits for myself after coming through a really difficult time, the end of my marriage. I had a newborn son, and I've told the story where I went from crying on the floor, holding the baby monitor while my son napped, just wondering how I was going to possibly get through. And I just felt like I heard this voice that said, just get up, go take a walk, just take a step. And step by step, you know, I got better, and it was being out in the world. And obviously all these neurochemicals were being released. So for those of you who are really feeling isolated, who are anxious, even having kind of depression during this time, the research is there as well, that how walking and movement in nature especially can have a profound benefit on our mental health. You know what? Google it if you don't believe me, but please, please do it, because there's so many that are really struggling with their mental health as we go through this. And you know what? I would like to talk more to you as hopefully your earbuds are snuggled in your ears and you're walking along with me, so you're already feeling these benefits. I'm going to talk to you about relationships. So let's step over Alice here. Nice walking shoes there, Alice. I'm going to step on this side. All right. So I told you how it was so important for my mental health at the end of my relationship, the end of my marriage, to go on a walk. So walking is also super important for our relationships, whether it's with our significant other, our children. You know, the famous psychotherapist Esther Perel, who works with couples, says that walking is, when you're walking together, you're like a team rather than a confrontation. If you've ever noticed, like, when people are able to really share, like in a therapist's office, you're not like kind of eye to eye, right? You're kind of on the side, and then you're able to really share from a deep, deep place. I'm sure that many of you have had that situation. Sometimes like it's in the car, but it's even better with movement, okay? So, you know, I have a client, and he, during COVID times, super stressed out, right? Both he and his wife working at home, kids are doing school at home, all this, you know, tension, right? And so I said, why don't you try taking a walk with your wife? And I'll tell you, since doing that about 3 months ago, they're now going on a 15 to 30 minute walk every evening after dinner. And he said it's really changed their relationship. Because even though they're together all day long at home, right, they're not really together. They're not really having this calm time to walk along and just share things from deep inside. So he said they're even now planning for the future, not just always reminiscing about the past or like in that heat of the moment tension of the day. So walk with your significant other. Walk with your children. You know, what I do with my son, I have an 11-year-old, and I call them, instead of me saying, let's go for a walk, which he's kind of tired of now, I now say, how about a 15-minute field trip? And so sometimes we'll come to the park, we'll come to Evelyn's Park, or another park, or sometimes it's simply a walk around the block, but I've tricked him, and I'm going to call it field trips, right? So whether it's teenagers, toddlers, anywhere in between, taking your kids out on a walk, turning it into fun. Maybe you're having a scavenger hunt, seeing what you can find around the neighborhood. Maybe have them come up with a list for you. Making it fun, building those relationships, and it doesn't have to be a big, long ordeal, right? 15 minutes, and you're going to get all those benefits. So, you know, I've talked about the walking with your significant other and your children. Then there's our friends and our extended family that, especially now during the pandemic, we're not able to be with. So what I've done with both my clients and friends and family alike, or I've started doing something that I call telewalks. What is that? You just take your phone out and you make a call, and you walk while they walk wherever they are. And this can be that opportunity to connect, to be there to listen. If you, I'll link it in this video, or you can go to my website. I actually have some guidelines, because the one thing that we need to do on these walks is listen, not be there to judge or give advice or anything like that. But what I think we're really longing for during this time of isolation is that connection and just someone to hear us, right? So try a telewalk with a friend or an extended family member. Try 15 minutes. Try to walk around the block with them. And as you're walking, sometimes what I found is the connection to our broader community, that ability to kind of get outside of yourself, to get some perspective, is another thing that's really important to your health. So get up, get moving, try it. Just 15 minutes a couple times a week to get you started if you haven't been walking, and let me know how you feel about it. You know, what I wanted to really share with you today is just a little sliver of my passion for walking, and that around connection. So connecting to our health, our mental and physical health, connecting to one another, and connecting to our broader community. And you can do all that at the park, right? Like, come on out to Evelyn's Park. Even if you're by yourself, take a stroll, smile at someone, because you know what? When we smile, endorphins are released, even if the smile is not returned. So come out, smile at a child, smile at a dog, you know, just have a great day. I'm so grateful to have been here today, for Evelyn's Park to have invited me to share with you these benefits of walking. I'll tell you, this was pre-recorded, but I'm here with you live now on Facebook and ready to answer your questions. So if you just want to pop them in the comments, I'm here live when this is being aired to type back and hopefully be able to answer those for you, whether it's around walking, where to walk, benefits of walking, maybe even shoes. I'll try to help you out. And if you have questions about the park, I'll make sure that the folks here at Evelyn's Park answer those as well. So it's been so great sharing these moments with you. And until we see each other again, take good care and just keep taking the next step. Okay, friends?